It all started when strange events began to happen in my house at night. I'm not talking about someone staying up watching TV until late. I'm talking about non-human entities. Was I scared? Yes. Do you want to know what happened? You can, because I captured it on film. You can make guesses in the comments about what happened, but you'll never know for sure. I am Gabriel, 16 years old, and this part is a bit intense. A few years ago, due to a very dangerous situation in my country, my sister and I had to leave our family behind and live with our grandmother for safety. My little sister is Mary. That's right. Not everyone can be a morning person, and that's my grandmother. When my grandmother grew up, she never expected to end up living with two youngsters, but she was very kind and welcomed us. The golden rule was that the bedroom could be as messy as we wanted. Imagine, this is my room. I could never manage to take dirty clothes to the laundry or put away clean clothes. This is Mary's room. She's one of those people involved in every after-school club, singing, doing sports, and whatever else she does, you know? Anyway, our rooms might be messy, but the rest of the house is a big deal. Everything has its place. Coats on hangers, shoes on shelves. There's even order for the closets. The refrigerator, well, we've learned to be much more organised since living with Grandma. We're getting by with just my grandmother's retirement pension, and we don't have much money. Going to church together regularly and in an organised manner makes my grandmother very happy, especially since our parents can't be here. Mary, singing in the school choir, likes to look clean, especially with a big concert coming up. She's always in the spotlight, and it pays off in more than just applause. So, while Mary is singing, doing sports, what am I doing? I usually go to my friend Daniel's house to watch movies. One afternoon, Daniel suggested we watch a horror movie. The movie was called Poltergeist, with a malevolent ghost moving things around and scaring the family living there. Daniel loved the movie, but I was scared and trembling. Horror movies are not my thing. I was really scared that night, and my sleep was too long. I was convinced this had happened before. I need to go check, I said, but I was too scared. The next morning, when I went down for breakfast, my eyes were blurry and I was very tired. The kitchen was a mess, and Grandma would never allow that. What could have happened? Maybe a cat got in, but I couldn't find a cat. I opened the fridge and the situation was even worse. While I was cleaning up, Grandma and Mary came down for breakfast. Grandma looked shocked and concerned. I said I didn't know what happened, looked for a cat or something, but found nothing. Mary and I cleaned up, so the kitchen was spotless, and we still managed to get to school on time. I told Daniel everything, and he got very excited. He said we needed to have our own evil spirit, film it, and make $1 million for a ghost video. $1 million would definitely work wonders in our house. The next night, I put my phone in the kitchen and went to bed. Once again, sleeping was very difficult. I was sure I heard something downstairs, but eventually, I managed to stay in bed. The next morning, the kitchen was a mess again. I started cleaning right away. Mary looked really tired, and Grandma helped me tidy up before she got up. Daniel couldn't catch up because he was so late that he didn't have time to check his phone until break. Daniel, being part of the media club, came home with me and helped set up the camera. Grandma was at a church meeting, and Mary was at choir practice for the big concert. We placed the camera where it wouldn't be visible, on top of the cupboard. Daniel woke up very early the next morning, and Poltergeist had arrived. I cleaned the kitchen to prevent Grandma from stressing, then took the camera and went to school. Daniel was so excited about our experiment that he got up early to meet me. I was nervous playing the video. So, what do you think we saw? Was it a cat? Did someone break in? An evil spirit? Let's see if you guessed right. Apparently, it was Mary. I don't understand, I said. Why would Mary do this to Grandma's house? Daniel asked. I think he wasn't aware. She sleepwalks, and then we heard a creepy song. I showed the video to Mary and Grandma because families should stick together and help each other. Mary was the most upset and embarrassed, but Grandma was really understanding. I said, Mary, you do too much sports and music. Don't you think about how you manage them? Maybe you're stressed. Mary doesn't think about missing her family while doing sports and music. Grandma noticed that Mary mumbled one of the songs she sang when she was sleepwalking. Maybe it's better if you don't go to the concert, she said. It disappointed me, but she always thought there was too much of the concert, and I thought it would be the end of the story. But that night, I heard a thud, then a creak, and again, that strange song. Of course, this time I knew it wasn't poltergeist. Despite my crossed fingers, I was happy to have an explanation. Helping every night was exhausting, but it had to be done to prevent Mary from getting hurt. But a few days later, with a phone call, it would still take a while before we could see our family. But it's nice to know they're okay. After the phone call, we rushed to the concert, and Mary begged the choir director to let her go on stage. She sang with all her heart, and Grandma was really proud. That night, we all had a good sleep. I was very happy to have captured everything on film and learned what was going on. But then I saw something else in the video. There's something behind Mary. It can't be. What do you think it is? See you in the second part.